Hello, welcome to the webinar. This is Tracy Larsen. Tonight we got some really exciting stuff. I think things that will really help you with your business. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about technology, where our industry is going. Our industry is moving at such a fast pace. There's so many new tools and so many new ways of building the business. They're phenomenal. Facebook, Twitter, we've got all the technology that makes this business so much easier to do. But everybody still has to keep in mind everything is still the way it was. The ratios are the same. As you build your business, you're going to build a ratio. If you talk to 10 people, you'll get 1 or 2 or 3 if you're really good. But chances are you're probably going to get about, if you're working on warm marketing, you're going to get probably 1 out of 10 people to sign up in your business. And so that's one of the biggest places where people fall down is they get so caught up on one person that they let that person take their business away from them. One person says no, and they say, hey, this doesn't work. I don't want to do this. Well, keep in mind how many people are in our world today. We're looking for a few of those people. We don't need them all. We just need a few. And the secret is go after your warm market first. They're the people who you'll have a lot better ratio with. And they all know 2 people who know 2 people who know 2 people. So, I want everybody just to keep in mind it's a ratio. Don't get hung up on the one person. You just keep talking to people till you find somebody who wants to do it, who the timing is right. Most of the time people, it's not so much they don't want to do it, but the timing might not be right. Maybe they just got a raise at their work. Maybe they just got a new position. Whatever the case is, the timing isn't right. It's not because you didn't do a good job, or it's not because our opportunity is not good. It's because it's just not right for them right now. And that's what you have to keep in mind. But the topic tonight is more what we really wanted to teach tonight, or I wanted to teach, is retention and duplication. Those 2 things are key to your business. In fact, Jimmy Smith says, duplicate or die. So the point is, you can't build this business by yourself. You need to duplicate. You have to teach people how to duplicate what you're doing. And what happened here about 2 or 3 months ago just really made a difference for my business. And it's stuff we already knew but had forgotten or quit doing. And it's something that's so important. So let me start with a story. I'm sure that most of you know Adrienne Carbonell. She had the opportunity of being in Hawaii with Kathy Coover to do a Super Saturday. And they spent a lot of time together. And I'll kind of go through what happened. But Kathy Coover, they were walking along the beach, and Kathy says to Adrienne, well, I built this business, network marketing. She says, I've actually built 3 separate organizations to the #1 position in each one of those companies. She says, I couldn't take my leaders from one company to another company. I had to start from scratch each time. And Adrienne turned to Kathy and says, well, Kathy, I know you did that. I already know that. What I want to know is, how did you do that? We're all looking for that big secret, and there is no secret. What Kathy turned to her and said, she said, first of all, Adrienne, she says, are you keeping a file on your distributors? And Adrienne says, no, I'm not. She says, really? She says, well, was you a dental hygienist? And Adrienne says, yes. She says, did you keep a file on your patients? She says, of course. Kathy says, well, why would you do that? Adrienne says, well, I needed to know when they needed to come in for a cleaning, or if they was coming in for an appointment, or when I needed to remind it. She says, exactly. She says, if you treat this like a business, it'll pay you like a business, Adrienne. So first of all, I want you to get a file. On each person you ever sign up, you need a file on that person. And here's what needs to go in that file. And keep in mind, all these things I'm going to tell you tonight, they're in the back office of your BDP site. You can download these forms. And if you do this with every person you sponsor, your retention rate will go through the roof. Duplication will be a piece of cake, It's just so important that you follow these steps. So she says the first paper that you put in this file is the new associate interview. And a lot of us overlook that or skip it. And she says that's an important step. She says that's so important. In that new associate interview, you're going to find out what your person wants to do, how much they want to make, what times of the day and week that they can work, how much time they're willing to put into it. I think most importantly, you're going to find out their dreams. Why are they doing this business? What do they want out of it? And how you use that. When you call your person back a week or two later, you say, well, you remember that you wanted to help your son get through college. We've got to get this business going. You can work with those dreams, so you need to get their why. It's a big part of this business. So anyway, you go through this new associate interview. You build a relationship with your new distributor. And they also build a trust in you, so that when somebody comes along and says, hey, I got a new opportunity for you, they say, no, you know what? I'm in this opportunity and my sponsor really takes care of me, really cares about me. I'm not going anywhere. This person's really working with me. So you're building a lot of different things with that one little new associate interview. You're building a bond, you're building a trust, you're building retention into your business. It's so important to do that new associate interview right away. Like I would say the day after they sign up or the day of. The second form that Kathy Coover told Adrian that we really need to have, she says you need the memory jogger for prospects. And she says, okay, but you don't just hand it to the person and say, go fill this out. What Kathy would do with each one of her people, she would call them on the phone and she'd go down that memory jogger till they had at least 10 names on it. Then she'd say, go ahead and put as many names on here as you can, but she'd make sure they got 10. And those 10 names was the beginning of their business. And these were close friends and family, which, remember what I said, your warm market, you're going to have a lot bigger response, or a real higher ratio than you would with a cold lead. So what she would do at that point is she would make an appointment with her new distributor. She says, okay, what day can you make calls? And they'd say, okay, Thursday at 10 o'clock. Okay, Thursday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to call you. And we're going to go through these 10 names. And we're going to call each one of them. And I'm going to do all the talking. So Kathy was going to do all the talking. There's no pressure on the new associate. And she would call them on Thursday. So on Thursday, she makes a 3-way call with her new distributor. And she starts calling down this list of 10 people. And the goal of the call was just to get them to a tool. Never try to talk somebody into the business on the telephone. Let the tools do the work. And there's 2 or 3 reasons for that. One reason is, if you let the tools do the work, the new associate realizes that this is not that hard. They can do this. Okay, that's so important. The other reason is, they're not all caught up in, if you was sitting there going through a whole list of things of why they need to do this business, what this business was all about, how great our company is, the new associate gets really nervous, and they're like, you know what, I don't think I could ever learn how to do this business. But if you use the tools, it's really simple for them to do the business. They can see it. So she'd call through that list of 10 people, send them to a video of our company, and this is, you know, basically make an appointment to follow up. And the follow-up, it teaches the new distributor that you have to follow up, but we don't care if they want to sign up or not. You're also teaching them that ratio factor. Out of these 10, we might find 2 good people. So their expectation is not, I need to sign up the world. I just need to sign up 1 or 2 people. Not that tough. So she'd go through this process with her new distributor, and inevitably they'd probably find 2 people that would be sponsored. And everybody knows in our business, if they sponsor 2 people, guess what they get? they get a brand new shiny yellow Isagenix card with money on it. Most people that's done network marketing has never made a nickel. Well, now within the first week, these people have already made money. They've got a new Isagenix card and they're a consultant. That's huge for retention and duplication. The third form that Kathy Coover said you have to have is you have to have the executive tracking sheet. And you can download that again from the BDP site. And here's what you do with it. If we was talking to Sue and she signed up on our calls, we did the 10 calls, she signed up Joe and Mary, she would have that executive tracking sheet and she'd write those in the list. And I'd have one in my file that had those names on it. And we're teaching our new distributor, we're on a run to get you to executive. And so you start following that sheet. But here's what happens. A week goes by after you've made the calls. And you call her back and you say, hey, how's it going? Great. What's going on with your business? Oh, by the way, what's going on with Joe? Oh, well, I haven't talked to Joe. Well, we need to get a hold of Joe. We've got to get him to consultant. Have you done the new associate interview with Joe? Well, no, I haven't. I'll tell you what, you call and do that new associate interview with Joe and go through his memory jogger list and then call me. And if I need to help you, I can help you make those calls with Joe, whatever we need to do. But you do this every week till she's an executive. Try to make sure she's calling those new people she's sponsoring. You're duplicating the system downline. And it's a really simple process, but it'll make all the difference in the world. In fact, Kathy Coover said, the people I had doing those things made fabulous money. The people who skipped those simple steps, their businesses stopped or stalled or didn't grow. It's a simple deal. And I just wanted to make sure everybody knew how to follow that system. So if you'll work with people's warm market when you first sponsor them, they're going to sign up people, they're going to get paid, it'll change the whole face of your business. So that's really the message I wanted to share with you tonight. And if you have any questions, feel free to call me or your upline, or we're all here as a team to help each other, so don't be bashful to ask questions to anybody. We all want to build a successful business. So thanks for being here on the call tonight, and I'll catch up with you next week.